Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes. What's happening?
Hey, who is that handsome guy?
It's Ma.
We are live with Bogart. Hey, Bogart, how are you?
Holy moly.
I'm looking at the sky. Oh, it's overcast down there.
Holy moly.
Okay, so it's day 20 of the Frank Stronach trial.
Yes, sir.
And I think I asked you yesterday, Frank Stronach's, 93 years of age. All these purported offenses happened, I guess, 40, 50 years ago?
Yes, sir. The first, it's from the 19, let me see here, actually. I have this narrowed down. From 1977 through the 1990. There is...
yeah, so 50 to 60 years?
Yeah, 77, so...
Yeah.
Holy moly. Almost 50 years. So there was altogether now I'm counting in this court there was 13 charges and 7 complainants, and then later it's going to be in the Markham court
or Newmarket.
Newmarket, 6 complainants and
with 3 charges?
No, something.
Oh, 5 charges.
No. 6 complainants and maybe 11 or 12 charges.
Oh, okay. And today it got reduced to 3 complainants and 5 charges.
Yeah, that's the end. It comes down to 3 complainants and 5 charges.
Okay, and that's as at today at the courthouse 361 University, right?
Yeah, I'm just coming out.
Okay.
And it's the next day. It's adjourned to 9th. The
9th of April.
Yeah. That was today was like end of these submissions. So then the next one, it's gonna be, I don't know. They call this all different, like some sort of like a protest. The defense is going to give official protest to strike down those 3 complainants and actually all these 5 charges. So that's going to be next one.
When are they hoping to wind this down? What's the target date?
What's that?
When are they hoping to finish this thing, and what's the target date for this set of proceedings?
Well, so the next day is 9th.
Yeah.
And then I'm not sure, but I don't think it's going to be more than 3 court dates, like in the future.
Okay, and
maximum 4, because they run out of all this procedural, right?
Okay, so correct me if I'm wrong. So we've got 3 or 4 maybe proceedings, whatever it is, to run out down here at University Courthouse. And then once that finishes, then they're probably going to set a date for whatever the ruling is and sentencing, if anything.
Yes, exactly.
And then the Newmarket doesn't start till after this finishes, correct?
Well, probably. I don't know if it's a day set, but...
unless they've got this guy going from court to court all day long, like, you know.
Yeah, but in my mind, what I see what's going to happen, this gonna fly away. The house of cards is already down on a 3 cards, and then he's gonna win here, and then this next court case is just gonna fall apart like very. It might not happen. Maybe they're gonna submit right away this whatever protest to strike down the whole charges, and But I think the second one is going.
You mean a motion to dismiss based on
The second on the Newmarket is gonna fly away.
After this one completes. Yeah.
I mean, well, it's easy to say that this is still going. But what I see, it's all fabrication. It's all lies. It's all like a first part, like a judge is lecturing like a crown, like about the law. It's like you brought all these charges. It's like on a basis of nothing. Like there's nothing confirmed. You can prove one thing. You can come up with one verify evidence, time, place, something, and then on the top of these girls, they lie on the oath. It's just like and there's so many lies that it's hard to keep up all the stuff. So which a lawyer is saying, like, here, Your Honor, double lie. It's on a record. Like, and then she come out with statements, paragraph, this line, this. Look, here she says this. Then after, like in the same interview, she's contradict herself and like lying, like two times, like some of the complainants, two times in the same interview, or whatever. Every time they're lying.
And these are the Crown witnesses, the major witnesses for the Crown.
Yeah. And then on the end, it's the defense says, overall, it is recognized the pattern, like for all of them, but specifically for these last three, because it's like look at this one. What the judge says, that judge. When two people saying bizarre things, bizarre details, like example, they get the Frank ripped their pantyhose on a dancing floor, so probability that it has happened it is zero. If one complainant saying that, okay, so you can look, then, well, they might be probable cause or probability, but two. So the second one, learn from the from the media. They're getting their information from the media, and then that's how they update and they refresh the memory, and they get updates from the media. But this is all on record. This is not my words. This is the words from judge, and this is from judge, and the Crown is just like a mumbling, and then she's saying, yeah, but there is still probability. But what's the probability? It's like 0.001%. When the
you mean that's a long way from without a doubt.
Yeah. So then when the judge is saying like she's saying like for all what that's supposed to do with anything. It's like a lot of charges, a lot of charges, and a lot of complainants, but not many reviewed by police. Police did not push this like the way they're supposed to do. They didn't go to details. They didn't verify the things. They just believed the story. And that most of the story they got from the media.
Well, not just that. From what I remember, the police couldn't even recollect how his notes tied in with anything that he was supposed to. He didn't investigate very thoroughly.
So see this like Crown is like trying to explain, like compared to other cases, how this all works. And when you have a serial rapist, then serial rapists do this with a certain pattern. And so his pattern was he got those girls, he feed them, got those girls for dinner, and then they
could have said no.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. And so he got him for dinner. They feed him, and then after they got to the dancing floor, he ripped their pantyhose, and then after he brought him to the place, and after they have a good time, and then they go home with the limo. So, but the problem is the judge saying, but none of them they say no when all this happened, and then nobody complained, nobody protested when all this happened. So,
Yeah.
but listen, this bizarre thing. So you have to you have to learn this. If you help somebody to get caught off or caught on, you better do some paperwork, some consent or something, because it's kind of hard to help somebody to get a caught off without touching. So this is on a record.
Well, it's a lot of he said, she said type of thing.
One complainant is saying, well, he helped her take the coat off, and then he touched her. So then she didn't like all that, and then she put a coat on, and then she was on her way, right? And that
is this from the restaurant or his place?
Well, one time it's in a restaurant, but another statement it's in like in a house. It's hard to really keep up. There is so many different versions of the one event. So that was the whole argument.
Okay, let me ask you a question, because you've witnessed a lot of these proceedings and shown up in person. Was there any actual hospital reports where they actually, on the day of the event, went to the hospital?
No, nothing.
See, this makes it really tough.
No, listen. This going to whatever, to the 20th day, they just brought up some sort of like a narrative and story, and there is no actual witnesses.
Yeah, but there's no hospital report, forced entry, sex, or anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like nothing. It's only paperwork.
Yeah.
He says, she says, whatever. And then the worst, the police never got virtually this judge come today with that. He says but why didn't ever go to investigate, to go physically into the place of so-called happen? No.
Yeah.
They haven't. They were just learning this through the media, through the Facebook or whatever, Instagram or whatever. But it's not much to find there.
Plus, this guy's 93, and he's got to go through this at this stage of his life. Which
judge saying, I think this element has to be a little bit stronger.
Yeah. And that's judge. A woman judge, right?
Yeah, judge. Police never went to the actual place, 33 Harbor. The Crown. But, they got previous knowledge. They got the knowledge from the, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This guy's smeared everywhere he goes because people hear this. This went on, your name's smeared. No matter what happens, whether you had nothing to do, you and I weren't there. We really don't know what went on. But nonetheless, there's no hospital reports. It's all allegations and not very well substantiated from what...
Yeah, but even it's not that. It's just like some idea, narrative, and which comes to this poor person to rob the rich person.
Yeah.
But with the ridiculous stories, it's like what the judge is saying, in defense, it's in a statement, there is some statements that which is impossible, physically, or anatomically, biologically impossible, that you can tip your body in such a way for so long, and to give a kiss or something. It's like a stupid stupid statements. It's like hard to say, but it's like the sober person would would do better job.
Yeah, it's very incredulous.
Yeah, it's like incredible.
Yeah.
It's like a circus. It's a good entertainment, you know.
Well, just to give you another perspective, recently Doug Ford had a press conference because there was this convicted sex offender and murderer who's been allowed to finally get out on a few day passes without supervision. But what nobody realizes, the guy that did whatever he did, I don't know how conclusive the evidence was, but nonetheless, was over 40 years ago. It's like the guy's been in jail for over 40 years. Now, I understand, you know, when you murder somebody or do something terrible like that, but 40 years has passed. And
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I don't know. I hear you, but very, very low. I don't know the reason why.
It's just, it could be, well, it just might be at my end. No, it's not my end.
Anyway.
Yeah, it could be just the airways. As soon as you get out there across from the U.S. consulate, you always seem to have issues. The video is fine, though. Video's pretty decent.
Okay, I hear you bad, but anyway, I gotta move so we can talk. But it's debunked the whole case. What's happening?
Well, this is going nowhere, but this guy's got to go through this humiliation now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So what's happening? The first girl, she complained, put it that way, and then police investigate, and they say, well, we can't do nothing. You can't prove nothing. Like there is no crime there, right? And this all goes to nowhere. 2015, and then.
But there's no hospital reports to back up any forcible entry or anything like that.
So listen. Again, how come? Again, I don't hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, you're coming through okay.
Okay, so what's happened? The fifth estate, they find whoever gives an interview, they find that girl wherever, and then after that, all this they jump in a gravy train, you know, learn from each other, and then they modify their story, sort of like from the media. But maybe it's not the case that he didn't have anything to do with them. Maybe yes, maybe no. But the thing is, they realize after years, you know, there might be something I can claim, so to get compensate.
Well, the guy is a wealthy man. There's no doubt about it.
That's what's the whole idea, you know. But they don't have like a, I guess, a real story to be proven.
Well, that's the thing, and no hospital reports. And many years ago, and even when they did make any attempt many years ago, it was pretty flimsy to begin with.
And then you have this whole modus operandi, the investigation and prosecution, like they just shoveling the papers and giving papers to next table. Like they don't verify nothing. They do nothing. They just like.
Well, let me ask you another question. Did any of these people making these allegations against him ever state that they had to fear for their lives afterwards because he was harassing them?
No.
Yeah, so this is what makes it even tougher.
Except for media circles, they they, they learn stuff from the media, and they says, oh, let's take a shot, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's easier to prove a civil case versus a criminal case. Now, if they had a criminal case without a doubt, then they can, do civil after, or usually do it in tandem if they can, which makes more sense.
Okay. Listen. It's a chilly. I gotta go in. We gotta.
Okay, so you're going underground, so we're going to sign off, and April 9th's the next court hearing.
Yeah, see you next episode.
Okay, so this is the end of day 20, Frank Stronach hearing at the Courthouse 361 University. And we're down to 3 complainants and a total of 5 charges left in this proceeding. So today is the 1st of April, 2026. Love and peace to everyone. Take care. Thanks for watching. Ciao for now. See you later.